Okay, people, what is wrong with my Jeep Compass? Well, quite a bit. There's going to be three parts to this and a lot of content. I'm going to cut everything down as short as I can. I spent 3 days on this, taking my time, mind you, but not 3 solid days. Roughly, probably about 3 or 4 hours a day. Um, so anybody that's planning on getting one of these will actually see in its high mileage 212,000 miles. If you go out and buy one of these, or if you've already got one and it's got high miles and you haven't done anything to it and you're thinking, well, maybe what would it take to fix it myself? Now, this is for the DIYers. If you watch these videos, you can see what potential problems can arise, what kind of struggles I had to go through to do some of this stuff, and what problems I had. And there was a few problems and definitely some struggles. When I went to take the struts apart, to get the struts out, I actually hurt my left forearm and elbow. I'll probably be feeling that for a while. Hopefully not too awful long, but it definitely hurts to straighten out my arm or to pick up anything and set it down, or like even to pick up my drink and bring it to me. If I straighten out my arm and pick it up, it hurts my elbow. So just be aware of that. Try not to hurt yourself. I'm going to post this on every single episode part for this video at the beginning. So everybody will know in case they just come across it. And there's three parts to this, just FYI. And every one of them is going to be around 2 hours from what I see. Right now I'm on the first episode, trying to get it shortened down as quickly as possible. I mean, to make it as short as possible. Most of them are about 3 to 3.5 hours worth of content because, well, I don't get in any hurry. It's my stuff. And with the particular location of this, the passenger side is always in the sun from about 10 o'clock on till about 2 or 3. So I try to avoid that side. Wherever the sun's facing, if we've got the car turned around, I'll go to the shade side. Plain and simple. Perfect example of shade tree mechanic. And actually working on the passenger side in one of these episodes, I got a sunburnt knee. Yeah, go figure. But anyway, thank you for watching. There is going to be three parts to this, and I hope you find it incredibly informational and what kind of struggles and the things to watch out for. Have a good one. Wanted to add in, part 1 is disassembly, part 2 is assembly, and part 3 is finishing up. I also had to add transmission fluid, and those of you Dodge owners on these newer models, well, it's a trick. And I also had to charge up the AC system as well. It was borderline low, but I got that too. So basically part 3 is mostly going to be on, I believe, some more assembly part, but not very much, and then the finish up with the transmission and AC charge, which I did not record. I did start with it on disassembly, and for the most part assembly, and I changed the filter in under the pan, and and added the, well, I dropped the transmission pan and drained the rest of the fluid out. And also changed the screen that's in the pan. Off camera, if I'm not mistaken. But as far as getting to the cartridge filter, I did record, and there's other recordings out there. And I did give some info on that part too, on what I had to do to get to that. Because some transmissions they've got on the newer models, it's the same cartridge, but they've got the cooler and the cartridge separate. On the older models, it's actually the cooler along with the cartridge right in front of it. That's what I seen. It's like I seen one YouTube video that actually had well, it's the same year, but the cartridge was in a different location by itself from the cooler. It's like the cartridge was here, and the cooler was here, and there was a plate with 4 bolts that held the cartridge in place. Engineers, most likely that was just a revision of that year. So, anyway, that's a little other info about 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, thank you for watching, and on with the show.
Hello people, it's time again. Sunday morning, after spending yesterday on the Saturn, I got the parts in. I kept going with the Saturn, and I'll work on this today. I got a bunch of goodies, so I'll get all these opened up. Well, they even included the knuckle mount. See, this is quality stuff here, you know. Some of the generic brand stuff, well, let me kind of set things in focus. I'm going to work on these. I think that might be right. Let me get my phone. Got to have my phone to see what you're seeing. And I'll just sit on the ground for now. As I was saying before, I wonder if I can zoom this. Yep, complete rookie, people. This camera's new. I've only used it a couple of times on my bike, but I've had it for about 2 years. I think that'd be about right. Maybe 1. Who knows? Yeah, I didn't want to use a head mount because of, oh, I need my little ratchet. Where is my ratchet? Oh, anyway. Okay, there's one mount. That's right side, so that'd definitely be passenger. Run that up into the firewall, and hopefully Dodge gave enough slack for that to actually come out and be unplugged. There's the other mount to the strut. Push in lock tab to the knuckle. Yeah, that's all complete. Awesome. Okay, now I need to figure out where my ratchet is, because I had no clue. So, I'll be back in a minute. The star of the show has arrived. I found it. Floorboard, driver's side. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna need a little stumpy. I don't think I've got anything shorter than that. This bushing might be a problem for me to get out. It might be a 12, most likely. I think, no, it's bigger than that. 13, yes. Watch me have to do a painstakingly 1 click at a time. I can't angle up any more than that, people. I am sorry. Yep, I think that's what it's going to be. 1 click at a time. Ow. I nicked the cuticle on my middle finger the other day. I keep hitting it and it just lets me know, hey, don't do that. I'm gonna need a breaker bar on that. Breaker bar and 13. Watch it be too tall. I wonder if I can reach that with a 20-inch extension. Let's see. I need to make progress. I might be able to get that from... Oh, lovely. It's already out, they just don't know it yet. The downside to extensions on an impact is you actually lose torque. I think I'm missing a 6-inch extension. Alright, time to get all up in this thing's business. Might have to add a swivel to the mix, but I don't have any. And I might be trying to do this for nothing. Yep, gonna have to have a swivel because of the angle. Try shorter. And shorter. Well, that's one less I gotta take out by a wrench. Ow, smashing my finger. Oh, shorter. Oh, yep, it come out alright. It broke. Lovely. Well, always a chance for that to happen. Yeah, that thing is just totally just gone. Not too sure what I'm gonna do about that. That's top side access only. Weld it? I don't know. Old, new, totally smashed at the top. Completely wore out. They don't like to spread apart either. You can believe that. On the right location. It's still early in the morning. I pretty much know better than to go gung-ho on something like that, but, well, did I get the right diameter bushing? Because that just don't look right. That's where it needs to go. 24 millimeter. That should be the diameter all the way across. I got to get some spray stuff. Already know if they're stiff like that and you're using an impact, go light on it. Back it out some. Run it back forward. Back it out some. Run it forward again. I ordered 24 millimeter. Yes, actually I got 23.8. So I'm gonna have to call it good. If you're wondering, am I not gonna fix that broken bolt? For now, no. Get it started by hand. This boot actually feels okay. There's not even a hole in the bottom of that subframe to get that out of there. And that is a pickle. Alright, I'm going to go up top side and torque that down. All the way down. I know what's going to happen to it. I've seen the results of something like that in the Saturn, but they actually had I'll go wash my hands. They had the wrong bolt in. Alright, back. This time I got gloves on. Seems to be extra special oily over here. And I am gonna just bolt it all the way down and let it hold. If you've got lube on the bolt and the socket, then if you work it back and forth, it'll eventually work the threads loose. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna overdo it. Oh, I think this thing at best will deliver 200 foot-pounds. I know the Cobalt Air Impact's about 400. Whether they told the truth or not, I don't know, but that is all the way down because there's no bolt back here. If I hit suspension hard enough, I mean, this will stay in sync up until you go to do a curve. And that's where your sway bar comes in. It helps to keep the car level. If it gets enough stress on it, this steel will actually bend up. I had to fix that on the Saturn. Somebody had put the wrong size bolt on the back side. Yeah, you guys got a good view, okay? Somebody put the wrong size bolt on the back side. Matter of fact, it was the right size bolt, but it was too long and no threads on the end. So, well, yeah, it makes you kind of wonder. Spray. that metal ring, boy, I tell you, it sure makes it rough trying to put a socket on. I think I did all this. Yep, that one ain't fitting. 20. Barely. No noise in it, so that's good. Okay, sway bar bushings replaced. Unfortunately, there is no access to that back bolt to clear it without dropping the subframe. I'd have to say no thank you. But if I had something to squeeze it down, I could clean the metal and weld it, because these have a long lifespan. Alright, 10 millimeter. I'm seriously, it's like my 13 millimeter rifle. Yeah, it's stiff. Well, that worked. Yeah, I got the threads cleaned up. Well, there's the other mount point. Pull it out. Pull it out of there. Where's the plug? Okay, seriously. Both sides. Not just one, but both. Sorry, people. I gotta find this stupid cable and where it runs and how badly I don't have access to it. Some engineer sitting back doing a diagram on this. All these ABS modules will never go defective. We'll never have a problem with them. Don't even bother making the wire long enough to go through the firewall. Well, then why is my ABS light on? Intermittently. Not all the time. Intermittently. Got it. Okay, so if anybody should happen to need to replace one of these ABS sensors, there is a red tab that is in front of it. This is not going to be an easy task. If you've got big hands, good luck. Grab you a straight screwdriver, hold it with one hand, and poke that red tab back. Once you hear it click, you're good. Then go to the end of that, where that red tab pushes in and pulls out. Shove a screwdriver, straight screwdriver underneath it, and push in, and it'll release and you can pull it out. I don't understand why some of these manufacturers do an assumption. I mean, it's just like Dell. You know, they make this stuff, and of course they don't have to work on it. Yeah, that's the least of their concerns. And how much firewall when there ain't enough room there to get it out of there? And when you need to pull it through the firewall, make sure the plug is up. And that'll give you room to get it out of there. My. Where's the replacement at? You guys got this? And I'm starting to get the sun in over here. Way up. The hole's up here. So when you go to take it out, make sure the plug is straight up and down. That'll give you enough room to get it pulled out. the hardest part's the clip. Now this side wasn't broken, but that still don't change the fact I've got an intermittent issue going on. Sometimes it'll shut off, sometimes it turns, and then sometimes it turns on. There again, almond joy and mounds. Now I gotta try and remember what I did with the bolt for the wall mount. To me, but yeah, okay, whatever. And this is the strut mount. And say it'd have to go like that, and then the brake line. This goes up around into the knuckle. So from this point, what do I want to do with this boot? I think it's in good shape. It's not broken. I can't remember if I bought a set or individuals, but that inner ball joint is just fine, and it's okay on the other side as well. So I'm not gonna start an indicator. Yeah, it's been replaced. Okay, it's got the squeezer clamps on it. You know, you take a pair of pliers or whatever, squeeze the tabs together and pull it back. This set came with like a factory-like clamp. I'm not gonna like, but what can you do? Alright, since I'm leaving that, I gotta find the tie rod end. If anybody's curious why I'm replacing the tie rod ends, even though that one does look like it's okay, and the joint itself is, you know, it's still got some stiffness to it. Some. Front end alignments are 110 bucks a pop. I've already been through this with the Saturn. Between transmission pulls and miscellaneous front end problems, 5 front end alignments is not cheap. This has still got a good level of stiffness to it. You can tell it's been replaced. The bushings are perfectly fine on the lower control arm. They're not even so much as cracked. So that's why I'm reusing it and only ordered one. The lower control arm on the driver's side was, don't have any play to it, but it sure is free. 40 bucks. Now, let me angle this up. Local was 187, I believe, so big difference. Kind of makes you wonder how much profit are they getting, especially if it's a Moog part and the local store offers a Moog part at 6 times the price. Oh yeah. He knows what he's doing, but you can look at it. What size is that? 15? No. Yes. Definitely not using that on that. Over. You'll see me like, where you are. Now that one? Well, you're not seeing easy back here. So, 4 on double the tank. I'll probably do this in a minute. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. took me a couple of, well, matter of fact, four attempts to get that done. Test furnace camera battery is dead. Well, near it. It's turning on, but no indicator on the battery. So, the normal camera it is. Sorry about the echo. I've already checked the bearing. Ow, good lord, that's painful. Ow, this thing's heavy. Bearing still got a good level of tension to it, just like a new one would. And this is one of, just say it this way, this is one of them there bearings that are pressed in. So, not a simple change. In fact, the easiest swap out is replace the whole knuckle with bearing. Yeah, that's the easiest thing. Alright. Start with the lower ball joint first, always. Always, always, always. It's got some weight to it. You can use that weight to your advantage. I'm going to have to drill that plastic piece out. It's the mount for the cable. How much end do you already? Back here maybe? Elevate it up some and rotate. Not going to be quite the good view. That chest camera has. But you guys can see the end some. Yeah, I realize it's cut off right here. But I've also got some stuff up here to do. Okay, alright, bolt for the lower ball joint, I do believe it's here. Free that. 17 millimeter, maybe. No, 16. Maybe even a 15. Who knows? Yes, 15. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta get that axle in. Washer. Newt. It's hard telling how long it's going to take me to find that axle nut. What be go away? Dead. Dead. Dead, dead, die. Okay. Nicely smashed. Alright. Threads are nicely clean. What size is that? 21, 20. I don't know if you guys seen that, but these never turned one time. That's because threading the edges, it expands out, and it's supposed, well, it's supposed to help keep them from not turning. And the majority of the time it does. Oh. Excellent fit, Dave Premium. Appreciate it. my duty. Come on here. Okay. Down there, I've got some more of these button lock things, so no big deal. Don't need one. Openly available at the Saturn. Do some more. Whatever I did with it. 3 feet away. Oh yeah, getting ahead of myself again. Mm-hmm. Oh. Nope. And there's the 18. Now, here's where the mystery and problem begins. Where is my axle nut socket? And the 18 millimeter. Those two got weak. Uh-oh. Okay, starting to make sense now. You gotta love puzzles. This go here. Yeah, looks like this goes here. Wait a minute, that ain't right now. Where does this go? Oh, this has 2. This has 0. There's a hole over here. Yeah. Oh, it's 13. What's not do right there? Why is 8 millimeter gone? Nope, 9. Nope, okay, 10. 13 is out somewhere. Every day. It's a wonder I ever get anything done. a 15 that's sitting out on a wrench or something. 13, 14, 16, 17. The next socket for that was 19. I've got a 15, 20, low cobalt, 18 millimeter missing, 32 millimeter axle nut missing, axle, socket, missing, and 15 millimeter that I was just using not too long ago. Yeah, this is not what I want. Yeah, and I just broke the straw. Wonderful. That bracket is going forward. I'm convinced. Eventually it will go free. I don't have enough. That's 72. Give it a little more kick. Damn, I didn't do that to start with on that bushing. I wish I had, but anyways, what's done is done. Alright, brake line in and tighten. I'm baffling why that bracket is like that. I mean, it goes up through and then this way and then back around. Especially if that wheel's got to go that way, that's going to pull on it. What have I done wrong? Maybe I should take a second look. The natural curve of the cable is telling me that that's how it is. And this thing can't. What's the natural curve of the rubber line, I guess. Yeah, I'd like to get away from this side. That sun is baking me. And it is full bright. Oops. Alright. That's in. That's there. That's. I don't think that's plugged in yet. Okay, the big dread. There was no room in here to start with. There's not going to be any room, even now. So, number one, hope I find the cable. Number two, hope I can plug it up. Okay. Oh, I got it. Oh, found it. $22. They are not cheap. I already had a 30. I was hoping that would work because all I done paid money for it. Well, yeah. It's one of those things. Extra hump. Okay. Ring washer. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. Quarter pin. I was actually surprised to see an actual quarter pin on this thing. Okay. Don't want to go through that way. Turn it again till you find a good center. Pipe screws might be useful for this. I kind of doubt it, but you know, they are junk. I am thoroughly convinced, and also convinced I have just blatantly lost my good ones. I bought at Lowe's. Stanley brand. Pretty sure it's the brand name it was. Ow. Boy, that hurts. Forearm and elbow pain. Not recommended. Okay. It's holding. Also, I'll have to use some more of those on the other side because, well, I think one of them broke or maybe even non-existing. Put this side back together, and people, I am going to go take a break. I got to move all the tools over to the other side, and I'm going to spare you the agony of all that. Kill the camera and start it back up when I get to the other side. So I'll catch you here in a movie minute. Well, it went right to recording. Okay, momentary break. I do that from time to time. Well, it's weekend. My job's not really hard to do. Sometimes I get to doing stuff like this, and I'm like, well, I gotta go to work to relax. It's just the way it is. Alright, I gotta gather all my tools, get everything moved over to the other side, get my jack out of the building. I forgot to get the keys and open the door. That's just wonderful. Put the gloves back on. I'll do a cut moving all the tools over. My microphone might actually die in the next 30 minutes. I haven't really kept a timer on it yet on how long the battery lasts. It always seems that my receiver or the microphone itself dies before the other. One or the other. Okay, axle nut. I need the 19 millimeter. Close this drill box up. 15, that's 20, 15, 18 across the way. Oh. Plug nut. No, there are 20? Seriously? Almost. Okay. Yes, I know. It's not good to get that stuff in the brake pad. But by the time I drive this thing, that stuff will be long evaporated. Could get rid of rust though. I do have some carb cleaner, but I don't think I have very much. Like this thing's had all new studs put in it at one time. They were all just completely shiny. Ooh, that's an 18. Like two sides down. Well, that'll grab it. Oh, I got that one. Alright, these are done. This side's complete. I'm going to leave it jacked up for a bit to give me a little extra sway bar space. And hope it makes it a little easier for me to get that bushing swapped out. And I don't break a nut or bolt. Okay, I'm going to do a cut, get everything moved over to the passenger side. Oh, found a lug nut. It's extra. Will it fit? Yes. So if I need an extra one, I found one on the ground. Okay, now I got a bit more to do on this side. Not much, but more. That boot's got to be replaced. It's already over here. I might be lucky to actually get this package open. Forearm and elbow hurt pretty bad. Plus, I got to drill that sensor out. I might be able to pound it out with a straight screwdriver. That might have been the bad one. It sure did not want to come out. What kind of angle you guys got? Let's go down here for now. Piece of that sensor that comes through and detects the thing that it goes around. It sure did not want to come out. Would you believe it's doing nothing but splitting in two? Hopefully I don't mess something up. I can't just push it straight through because it actually flattens out at the end. Where's that sensor at? Plug. See, it flattens out at the end, and this part goes against the surface on the inside. Broad daylight, and I need a flashlight. So that's Alright. Haven't got it yet, but I'm going to let it sit and eat on some PB Blaster. I think I did get it to move just a tiny bit though. Alright, set this off to the side. Bearing on this one feels okay too. It's a little bit looser than the passenger side. Okay. Yep, not moving. That's what I'm expecting. That has no lock range on it. Screwdriver.
This is why I'm wanting to change it. Well, let me check your angle here. It's ripped to shreds. Yeah, that's just a little short. Now, I am not gonna be able to get this broke loose until I get the knuckle back in place and set this back in. Because it won't do nothing but spin. And I don't have anything to brace it. So, where do I want to officially start? Well, like the other side, I might as well do the bushing. Oh, sorry, people. 13. 15mm misplaced. No access from the top side whatsoever. I might be able to reach that if I lay down on the ground, look up and grab it from here. All the brake booster and everything is just going to be in the way. And it's just like the other side. 2 inches, not long enough. Ow. Tight. I'm not sure. I did it. I'll be back. Bushing is replaced. Back on the chest harness now. Now I can see what you're seeing. All I gotta do is take a look. I'm kind of liking this chest harness thing. Yeah, I'm almost there. I like about 1/4 of an inch of getting it tightened down. I took a break because I was really getting aggravated. That 1 or 2 clicks at a time really gets annoying. And I turned the wheel hoping to gain a little extra space on this front bumper side bolt because it was hitting the inner tie rod end. And I was barely even getting a click. Actually, that might have made it worse. Oh, I turned the wheel to the right. Yeah, that made it worse, so I need to turn it to the left. Okay, well, let's do that. Does this thing have no steering lock? I don't have the key in it, and it's in parts. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that moved it way in. Then I'll have to turn it the other way in order to put the clamps on the piece. Okay. Now you're going to be out of range for now because I can't raise the camera up anymore. But let me finish tightening this up and I'll bring you back. Boy, I tell you, I ain't having much. Torque wrench is set on 40 foot-pounds, that's it. Whilst I was tightening away, the front bolt snapped. So I've got a back bolt good and a front bolt good on adjacent sides. I just, yeah, oh wow, yeah. Anyway, yeah, move on. It is what it is. That's about all I can say. Okay. Alright, now I need the lower control arm. The bolt snaps on 40 foot-pounds. It's just unbelievable. Because that is... Looks like this is going to be the right length, but I'm having a problem actually getting it in place. I may have to get the Avenger 6000 out, spread this thing apart. Is that other one gonna go? If not, it's gonna be the same problem. No, I'm actually getting this one in. Boy, I keep smacking that camera. Okay, check the thickness. Need that. 53.8. I'm gonna assume that's the same all the way across. 53.9 and 8. Tolerances is a little less. So this is gonna be kind of rough getting in there. Okay. Get the Avenger. I've already been messing around with the bolt for the last 2 hours on the bush. That's way too much. Straighten this wheel back out. Straight. Oh, no. That's in. That should be straight, but it's not. It's going that way. See it? Alright. Open up, open up. Says give it a gentle massage, expand it out 0.2 millimeters, and then smash it back in with the bolt. Right into place. Wonderful. Prego. It's in there. Yeah, it fit. You guys can't see that well. It's in the general area. A lot of obstruction going on. Oh, well, there's that 14. 13 is going to take a leave of absence for a little while. Post, find one, lose another. 10. Oh, what is it? 21? Big. Vice grip. Now I tell you, it wouldn't surprise me if I left those vice grips sitting on that nut that I last used it on, because I'm not seeing them over here. And I grabbed everything that was on the ground. Yeah, I'll have to take a gouging look. Man, the sway bar bolts are disappointing. Yeah, it's gonna bother me. No, vice grips are not there. So I did take them off, and I do not know what I did with them. I wonder if I could remove the breather. The swivel has worked itself loose. Let me tighten that. Okay. Swivel is now snug. I've got to pull the breather assembly anyway to change the filter tube on the transmission, but that's not going to help me on the vice grip. Oh, there they are. Out of sight, out of mind. Yep. Only with my case, if it's out of sight, they're missing, and I may or may not find them. 13, 14, 15, 17. Oh. 18 deep oil. 19 deep oil. Okay. Now, where am I? Right. Tight. No. 21. Oh. Tighten. Hate to get my impact gun dirty like this, but note to self, should not have done that. That direction. I just made it lock tighter. Okay, now the sway bar length. Now that's in. Why is it so low? Oops, should have did that sway bar length before I did the lower control arm. Oh man. Will that sit up there? What am I doing? No socket on that. 40. Okay, I'm getting a little paranoid. Oh, this ratchet, boy, it is junk. Advance auto. Done lost its ratchet function. Oh, yeah, it's fine after I take it off the nut. Is that shaft spinning? Because I'm not seeing it on the outside. I cannot get that thing tight. No, it's not spinning. Folks, I think the thread stripped. Won't tighten, won't back out. Now I guess it's just stuck there. Stuck. Top one's fine. Bottom one, I think the thread stripped out on the stud going out. If I can't get it out of there, then it's definitely not going anywhere. But the chances of it making a thumping noise is a possibility. But the torque that it's at right now, it's not tight enough. You need about 30 to 40 foot-pounds if I'm not mistaken. I do have some spare nuts right here, but if it's a shaft, the threads are stripped on, then it won't come out. Unless the thread's on the nut actually stripped. And I'm not getting an impact gun out of there to find out. Not getting an impact on it. I do have a Torx bit set to maybe be able to back it out that way. But if the shaft's not spinning, then it should come out. I'm getting annoyed with this. So, I need to make some progress. Well, there's another foobar item that I'm going to have to deal with at another time. Hell, wonder if I can knock that out of there. Apparently that PB blaster soaked down through there. I just can't see it by this end. And if I don't get the entire thing out, the replacement's not going to go. One thing after another. apparently this side has gotten so hot it melted the ABS casing to the steel. Bearing feels fine. Not loose. Drill it out. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. Ow. While I'm at it, drill that out too. Where's the center probe? What do you guys think? Get a massive drill bit to go in there? I mean, it does downsize a little ways down. Run with the bigger drill bit. Push it down so far. Ow! Oh! Shaft CV joint right in the head. Half inch too big? Probably is. Yeah, just a smidge big. Okay, give me the 3/8. I'll make do with that. Whoa. I think I'm getting into steel right there, so I need to downsize. On the back side. Not too sure how I'm going to clean all that out of there, but give me that. What side? Trying to determine now. I should be able to go all the way through that, and that's what it looks like. You guys see that? Yeah, I should be able to go all the way through that. Oh, yep, hit steel. Got it. That sucker fell right out. Okay. Watch me try and put this in and it not fit. Is it going? Yeah. Yeah, it's going in there. Sensor's in place. There's the end of it. And it stops right at that metal bridge. And this is actually the seal. Clean that. I'd say that's what happened though, because this thing does have, looks like brand, almost, well, practically brand new front pads. Now they may have gotten a used rotor from somewhere, but if it got that hot, well, come to think of it, if that rubber line is has got a problem and it's been changed out, but it looks like it has not. It could have caused it to get so hot it fused that sensor plastic to this and made the sensor have an intermittent problem. That's a possibility, but I'll never know. I do know the caliper was closed up on it when I jacked it up. Well, when I checked on it, it started working. I grabbed the rotor and tried to spin it, and it was locked up. Alright, let's see. Sway bar links are mostly in the need to be. How much time we got in? 45 minutes? Okay. Plus the other wheels of ours. Lower ball joint. To be fair, the old one fell right out. If you ever have a problem with the lower ball joint not wanting to comply on going together or coming apart, the split in the back can be your best friend. It spreads the steel apart if you shove a nice good sized screwdriver in there. Is it coming out the bottom? Yeah, I'm gonna have to split it. That lower ball joint shaft's just a little bit thicker. Sometimes this is just what it takes. Spread those prongs apart. Or you can use a lower ball joint removal tool. You can always do that. But my days of inconvenience of not having tools, I just made an effort to do that and made myself rather happy because it worked. Is that far enough? Probably not. Am I too low, too high? Come on, talk to me. When you spread the pieces out like that though, you may have to do a little friendly neighborhood hammer tapping to the bolt, because it does slightly misalign. No, too big. All impact sockets on the left. I think that was a 19. 20 too big. 18. Backwards. 18 it is. My battery dead. Wah, wah, wah. Dead battery. Well, I was hoping to zip that right on, but I guess not. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to take a break, grab a fresh battery, and I will be back. Because power tools has got me spoiled. And believe me, I'm a firm believer in work smarter and not harder. Absolutely. Okay, catch you in a movie minute. Okay, battery's running kind of low. Always good to take a relaxer from time to time, even if it's an hour working on your own stuff. Got to get this lower ball joint tightened up, and guess what I did? I forgot to grab a fresh battery. So that's, yep, you guessed it, wonderful. My other camera's been plugged up to a charger for a while now. Okay. No. That was an 18. That's already been determined, but what did that do? Right here. Okay. Now, 3/8 drive wrench with a socket to go on the other end. Oh, I guessed right. And yes. Oh. Alright, now, this tie rod end has to go. It is definitely bad, and it's got some major play in it. Tell you what, this front end had no, this side had no hope of getting the front end alignment done. Lower ball joint bad. Tie rod end bad. I would have racked up some money if I had a garage to do it. This light duty stuff I don't mind doing myself. But when it comes to pulling a motor for a transmission, no. Change transmission fluid? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Filters? Okay. Well, that's pretty much a given. What is that, a 19 for a dang tie rod end nut? That thing actually rusted to itself. I just barely had it threaded on there enough to keep up with it. this is gonna have to be turned. All I need to do is get it in place, get it to hold itself a little bit, and bust a nut loose in the back so I can change that boot. And then swap the tie rod in. What am I gonna use on that? Oh no. Oh no, 'cause my vice grips are garbage. I need to turn it this way in order for the handle to actually get tighter on grip. I may have to switch out to the bigger ones. What'd I tell you? They're garbage. By the time I get done using these, it's gonna round the dang nut off. I might as well get my cutter and just cut it off. Oh wait, I can't do that. I gotta have the inner. Oh, and I don't have wrenches. I'm just not a proud owner of wrenches at all. Bigger vice grips and maybe some heat. And by the time I can get through beating and banging, maybe the ball will fall out of its socket. Yeah. I was just thinking maybe, just maybe, I could split that nut in two and still save the inner tie rod. Where is my big vice grips? The star of the show has arrived. Hi, Simba. Meow. Meow. Oh, I don't want to pet you. I got dirty hands. My gloves are nasty. Meow. Now those big vice grips was, there they are, over here because, well, I had to have them to repair this front bumper. I gotta check the power coming out of that power mirror. I think this thing's been struck by lightning sometime or another, but had to replace a lot of electronics in it. I think the only thing that's left is a body control module. Okay, note to self, if you leave, take your phone with you. Otherwise, connection will be lost. Oh, these things just do not want to comply to opening up. Oh my lord, give me a different pair of vice grips, geez. Was there dirt in it? It's okay now. Well, smoke. Nope, too loose. Nope. That might do it. Kinda doubt it. Yeah, see that? The teeth are wore down on these. This is horrible steel. Now, it's bad enough there's no little ridges on the very tip. But the fact that they do this is just horrible steel. The top is the same way. See there? Both jaws. The driver's side didn't have any problem. On the passenger side, wasn't no problem at all. Oh, I guess I need to move the camera. Finally. For Duke's sake. I done thought the ball fell out of its socket. Spray it. Would you believe that nut is seized? Yep, not a bad thing, but it's seized. Oh, it's already broke loose. That didn't affect nothing. Oh boy. Well, I can't get that off past there with it like that. Small vice grips. Hey, somebody tell me good luck with this. I probably should go get the torch, because I really want that loose. Although I could just leave it where it is and let the alignment guy deal with it. This is going to be a menace. Wait a minute, wait. Not big enough. Got to go to the big gun. Deep well. 19 ain't gonna do it. Good Lord. Yep. Loosened up now. Oh, I gotta take that off. Change the boot. Well, I'm gonna need an assistant called Vice Grips. Actually not doing much for me. You know, I get the fact that they need to be tight, but can't hardly move them at all. What's the clip for? With a clamp. If you can't move it. Oh, got lucky. Almost. Now there should be a ridge on that shaft that this will lock in. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, that felt like it went to a dead stop and it's not bulging up anymore. So, gonna, alright, lock nut. Ow. Is the front end gonna be out of alignment? Sure it will. Glimpse of where it was really wasn't all that great to start. I mean, matter of fact, I don't even think I tightened up the lock nut tie rod, which is fine because the steering wheel is sitting straight and the wheel over on the other side is not. Whoa, too big. 18, maybe? No, 20. Too big. Oh lordy, I hope that didn't do what I think it did. It's just sitting there spinning. Literally just sitting there spinning. I suppose that would be my fault, but then again, you gotta pull everything up because it clamps down. And I didn't even hit 40 foot-pounds on this and it just stripped. Well, okay, battery died on my chest camera. I'm plugged into a power adapter on the on this camera. I'm not gonna turn my microphone on because I know it echoes and I'm actually sitting pretty close to the camera. The other side I had it kind of sit off to the side a little more. Alright, what I've done, this nut, don't know what happened, it's stripped, it won't come out. I put the crown nut on top of it to secure it down, and as far as the sway bar link, I had the original sway bar link, so I pulled one of the nuts off the end and put it on the front side. It is actually flush. I gave it a couple of hard nudges to help hold it in place because obviously that's going to just fall apart until it goes to hit the threads. I don't know what China's doing about steel, but it ain't working. What size is that? Okay. Make sure this is tight. Yeah, it's tight. Thick washer. 1 newt. That looks like it's trying to cross thread. Yeah, it's the back side. That's the side that was being used to start with. So, spray it. good and solid there. Okay. One more chug up for good measure. Alright, spring washer, crown lock cap, converter pin. Alright. I'm getting there. It has been all day, but I'm getting there. Need to turn this strut some, because the wheel is turned. Oh. Boy, that that's a solid dead stop. What's up with that? Oh, inside of the strut, there's a bump. Come on, get in there. Oh, got it. Ah, too far. Dang it! Where's my screwdriver? If you got a small gap, you can always try and fit a screwdriver in there. This one's actually been abused quite a bit. I've even had to narrow it down and reshape the tip because I broke it. Alright, I think a lot of us that do their own mechanic work knows who Autocraft is. Alright, according to that extension, fitting that just fine. You don't have to fight with it. You do need a pivot point to get this top one lined up though. So, an extension. Okay. Yep. Scram. The friendly neighborhood alignment guy might appreciate you more. Okay, where am I off at? Screwdriver back just a little. Yeah, that took care of it. Okay. Little friendly tap. A little more of a tap to get those splines in through that strut. Nope. Scared to do too much on tightening that. Jeez, the trouble I've had.
Had to double nut the tie rod end and double nut the chain link, the sway bar link. And that does have clearance, but it ain't much. Good Lord, that's gonna ride close. Okay. Now I've got the lovely annoyance of having to get underneath this car to change this sensor. Do I want to take care of this brake line first? Because this is practically no, never mind it. End of that. Well, didn't get very far. Oh, that's bent. Oh, not good. I'll have to pry it back out straight. Probably got bent from laying around. Ow! Oh. Well, and I thought it started. Yeah, it's wanting to mess with me. Yeah, you ain't getting by that easy. Wrong side. Alright, it's definitely started now. This one too. Well, that caliper stayed open at least. That's a good sign. It would help to use the correct side. Use the baby one on this. Oh, my elbow. Oh, gee. Hope it heals up pretty quick. I've never had a problem like that before.
Well, that's a half-inch drive. That's not going to do me a bit. Oh, that's stubborn. I think I need to twist that caliper. Hose is twisted, so that tells me that I need to unwind this caliper at least once. Clean. Alright, now give it a twirl. One. Ow. And it's still going. What is going on? Oh, Lord. Yep. See what I see? Brake line's turning the opposite direction. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, Lord, no. What, that's 12. Somebody must have put that thing on with the caliper turned the opposite direction. I really didn't want to have to break this line apart, have to bleed this side. When you see stupid stuff like that, you know, that stuff like that can lead to problems. I'm gonna put it on my way, top that driveway. Bull copper, what? Cable needs to move around. It can't be front and then the wheel get turned and pulled even tighter. I'm gonna have to check that other side. Hopefully. I didn't notice anything weird about it. Looks like I pulled the whole thing off as a whole and not just two parts. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Okay. Just a little. An inch. That's all I need. That's what she said. Well, you know what? Now that I'm standing up, I think it's time for a break. I might get this done at 8 o'clock tonight. Then again, there might be another day because I've still got to work with the transmission. All the fluid got dumped when that CV shaft axle got jerked out of the transmission. Plus, I need to change the cooling side filter anyway. So, I'll catch you in a movie minute. Okay, they're done. It's, yeah, like a few hours later. This side was a bare on that sensor. I had to lay underneath the car and do my best with a straight screwdriver, get that red tab pulled back, and then get underneath the lock tab to pry it out, and it came apart. There's no room to replug it up here, so you got to pull it through the firewall and work with it on the driver's side here. I will put on the search tabs
I'll put in sensor location and what I did. Anyway, transmission primary filter and fluid is drained, and I cannot find the filler tube. It should be up by the radiator and the intake line, the big line that goes up to the intake to the filter. It's gone. I don't know where it is, but this is done. This thing's a little bit bent here. Yeah, this is a little bent, so I'm gonna have to push it back some. And actually, it's completely rusted. All I've got left is to charge the AC and get a tire for it, and this task is done. I'll have it back on the road, but everything's done. Thank you, people that have watched all that I have done to this thing. I appreciate it. Any of you that are new to the channel or just seeing me pop up, feel free to subscribe. I don't do content extremely often. This Jeep is a one-off because it's an extra car. And then of course I've got my Saturn that I'm painting, and I've got a Dodge Caliber that the AC system has completely quit on it. The AC compressor locked up. And it's right there. With my job, trying to close the ticket out is miserable. I've got to sit in that hot car for 5 to 10 minutes before I can start moving. And yeah, it's pretty hot. I'm gonna quit driving it. I believe I'm gonna like this Compass better. So repairs on that will be done much later. But I've still got my Saturn to work with, and the Caliber is gonna sit and collect dust for a while. But the task at hand to take care of this and attempt to get it back on the road is just about complete. There's only a couple of minor things left to do, and that's it. But like I said, thank you for watching. It's been a long day. I started this way early. Matter of fact, I've probably got enough content on this Jeep over the last couple of days for 3 parts. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But anyway, have a good one, people. Until next time.